The only Games event taking place in Edinburgh is the diving at the Royal Commonwealth Pool. But the fans turned out in force and were in exuberant mood for the women's synchronised 10-metre platform final. The English pairing of Sarah Barrow and Tonya Crouch, both from Plymouth, were most impressive in establishing a lead. Your commentators are Roger Thames and Dean Puller.
Round 4 of 5. Megan Benfeito, Rosaline Filion.
Big dive.
Back 3.5 somersault, 3.3.
Oh, and good synchronisation, but I think if you have a look at Megan's dive here, she puts it over furthest from the camera. See, she kicks very high, goes quite a long way over.
A lot of water displacement there.
So not her best dive there.
Execution marks there, telling the story, the 5.5, not really cashing in there when they needed to just step it up a level. Yun Hung and Mun Yi in with 3.5 somersault, tucked, 3.2.
And a good dive there from the Malaysian pairing. It'll really keep them in the action. Big dives, in with 3.5, spinning back towards the platform. Very good dives.
2 7.5s and a 7 of the synchronisation. The execution needs to step up a level or two. And Alayla and Sabri, bringing up the 5th position, but a big dive with a 3.2 tariff here could really change all that.
Oh yes, and that's probably the best one we've seen so far. Wonderful dive. Good timing between both of them. Nice jump, spinning at the right time, and solid dives. Pandalela further than the screen, maybe a bit short, but we'll get good synchronised marks from the judges on this one. And up to 8s there for the synchronised, and up to 70.8, so that's a good score.
That's shaken up the competition a bit. Now, Sarah Barrow and Tonya Couch have often just missed out on the medals. 4th at World Championship and Commonwealth Games level. They won't want to miss out this time, and they've given themselves a real chance so far. Forward 3.5 somersault.
Oh, and good dives individually. But you see Sarah, who's furthest from the camera, going quite a long way out. She kept moving out as they've gone down. You can see there, the judges will see them both. What the judges do there with the synchronisation will be interesting.
7.57. To wait and see if that's cost them the top spot. Rachel Bug and Melissa Wu were 4th after 3 rounds.
And unfortunately from the Australian pairing as well, they really had an opportunity there with 1 round to go. You just see Rachel on the far side really going down and finishing it short. So, yes, you see there the dive down to 4.5s on the individual. So that's really cost them.
England still in the gold medal position. Just over 3 points in it. And very closely behind Jun Hung and Mun Yi, Benfeito and Filion. So there's only 4 points covering the medal positions. Of course, it's not just about who gets it right, it's who might get it very wrong as well.
Well, they're all doing the same dive. All 5 pairings are doing exactly the same dive. So the judges will be able to compare them. And now it's up to Benfeito and Filion starting out.
Back 2.5 somersault, 1.5 twists. Piked position, 3.2 then the tariff. Right on the edge of that 10-metre platform.
Oh, superb finish. stepping it up, having the opportunity to lay down a good score, a strong finish.
The first of the two Malaysian teams have set the Malaysian standards. Remember, sticking with that 3.2 degree of difficulty dive. What can they produce to finally find a fair routine, oh dear?
Oh, I think they've blown it. I think that'll be enough to beat the Canadians. Looked pretty good off the platform, but then see on the far side, away from the camera, just moving away and then over rotates. You see all of the legs going way over, and big splash here, on the right-hand side here. And just ducked the chin on the entry.
The judges have certainly marked down with an execution mark of 5.5. The 15-year-old Sabri, just 15 a couple of weeks ago. And Delayla on the right there as we look at them.
Yeah, pretty good. The coach is happy. Was a very nice dive. Good spinning. Exactly the same time. You see Pandalela falling. Sabri going a bit short, so we might not get massive scores.
Good to see them there together, and Pandalela,
And it is.
congratulating the young girl, and that was a good way to sign off. This is the test when you're on the big stage and with a chance of a medal that we talk about.
This is for gold. I think it might be good enough. The synchronisation was excellent, so this could really go down to the wire. Well, the anticipation, they know the Australians are next, they can't beat them, so this is it. If they beat the Canadians or they don't. Well, the anticipation, they know the Australians are next, they can't beat them, so this is it. If they beat the Canadians or they don't. And we'll surely see the scores now. Oh, and unfortunately for them, they've ended up second.
What can the Australians do about this? Bug and Wu rounding off the competition.
Oh, and a magnificent finish from the Australian pairing. Will that be enough to get themselves up there? They'll need huge scores. Haven't dived as well here that they would have liked, but really falling nicely.
Well, the Canadian coaches and teams full of smiles, full of satisfaction. 7, 7.5, 8. Not quite brought it out at the end. That's the final standings there. It's gold for Canada. Barrow and Couch, a silver, and Pandalela and her new partner Sabri. Pandalela keeping her medal collection going. It's a golden feeling for the two popular Canadians, always in the mix, always performing with great credit right across the competitions. So often in the silver and bronze positions, but today, genuinely the Golden Girls.